I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Wednesday, April 29th. Today, cause for concern.
There was people that were highly intoxicated with the drugs.
Why Manitoba PCs are calling on Ottawa to revoke a mobile overdose prevention site's ability to operate and how the organization is responding. Also today, security breach, how the RM of Gimli is dealing with a cyber attack and what it says was affected, plus turning a new page.
This new library will help meet the needs of a rapidly growing area,
where work is now underway on a new city library. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Manitoba's progressive conservatives are calling on Ottawa to revoke a mobile overdose prevention van's ability to operate after two recent assaults in its vicinity left two Winnipeggers with serious injuries. Standing by live with the details is CTV's Joseph Bernacki. Joseph, where did this happen?
In the area of 631 Main Street, Marilee, near Main Street Project and Salvation Army's Booth Center. The Tories say this is not the right location for Sunshine House to operate its van and argue it's creating an unsafe environment for local businesses. Portage MLA Jeff Bereza wrote a letter to the health minister urging her to revoke the federal exemption granted to the organization. The incidents the Tories are referring to included one in March when a 45-year-old woman was assaulted as she tried to assist a man that collapsed after a suspected overdose by another man. The Tories say the overdose occurred at the nearby Sunshine House van. The other happened last week when a shop owner was assaulted by drug dealers who had blocked her store's entrance. The store is adjacent to the parking lot where the van is parked. Sunshine House says its mobile overdose prevention site provides a location where people can use drugs in a safe space, supervised by staff who are trained in overdose response. People there can also receive important harm reduction supplies, Narcan, and referrals to other resource centers. But the PCs are saying that it's still not doing enough to ensure public safety.
They are supposed to provide public safety and people so that this doesn't happen. And there was nobody there last week when that happened. In fact, my two staff that were there referred to it as it was chaotic around there. There was people laying on the sidewalk. There was people that were highly intoxicated with the drugs, and there's just no one around.
Sunshine House's mobile overdose prevention site received its exemption in December of 2025. It's set to expire at the end of this year.
So how is Sunshine House responding to this, Joseph?
It's a good question, Marilee, and CTV's John Hendricks has the answer for you. He spoke to Sunshine House officials who say they are providing necessary service to the community. We'll hear their response to the PC's call to revoke their exemption coming up at CTV News at 6.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Joseph. A manhunt is underway tonight, and people living in a northern First Nation community are being told to lock their doors following a fatal shooting. Mounties say two men were found with gunshot wounds in Norway House, Cree Nation, around 5:30 last night. One of them, a 25-year-old, died, while the other victim, a 38-year-old, was treated and released from hospital. The community was put into lockdown following the shooting, and Mounties rushed additional units to the area to search for the suspect. That lockdown was expected to be lifted this afternoon. RCMP did not provide a description of the suspect other than to say he's male and is considered armed and dangerous. The RM of Gimli has brought in a cyber security firm after it was targeted in a cyber attack. The RM made the announcement on social media saying it's still trying to figure out the scope of the attack. However, it says some of its systems are affected and it can no longer process bill payments at its office. A council meeting scheduled for this morning was canceled. The RM says it will provide updates once it's able to. More changes are being recommended for Winnipeg Transit. The summer schedule begins June 21st and includes a few adjustments to D19 Corridon and D16 Notre Dame routes. The latter one is being split into two. A report on the Public Works agenda also recommends extending an on-request zone and changes to 6 routes this fall. The city says the latest adjustments are a result of feedback from Winnipeggers. The Public Works Committee will consider the recommendation Tuesday. One of 5 people arrested last year as part of an extortion and arson investigation is now facing additional charges, and the hunt continues for 2 additional suspects. This convenience store on Selkirk Avenue was one of several businesses police linked to the same group of suspects, which they allege were extorted or threatened with extortion in exchange for protection from arson. Now police allege a 26-year-old Ontario man who was arrested last summer was involved in the planning and orchestration of the operation and is facing 7 additional charges. This includes conspiracy to commit, extortion, and arson. He was rearrested at the Winnipeg Remand Centre last week. Canada-wide warrants remain in effect for these 2 men. 29-year-old Farhan Nabil is wanted on 4 charges of conspiracy to commit an indictable offence, and 40-year-old Jermaine Weeks is wanted on 2 counts of extortion. Bookworms, get ready. Work is officially underway on a brand new library. City officials came out to Garden City Shopping Centre to celebrate the start of construction on the Mike O'Shaughnessy Library. The new library will take up more than 14,000 square feet of the mall space, and its design was shaped by public feedback. The facility will also include public art, program and tutorial rooms, seating and study areas, computer and printer stations, and public washrooms.
This new library will help meet the needs of a rapidly growing area, creating more spaces for learning, connection, and access to vital services for residents of all ages.
The budget for the project is $4.7 million. The library is expected to open early next year. All right, let's bring in Colleen Brady now and get a first look at your Skywatch evening forecast. I've been looking hard, but can't find that sun still, Colleen.
Yeah, through the snow that even fell.
Oh, that's right. What the Christmas was going on this morning?
I don't know. Honestly, yeah, that was not expected, certainly. But, well, actually, it isn't really that surprising. We have a ridge of high pressure over Western Canada. We have a layer of cloud that's basically stuck beneath it, if you will, and that's what produced some of that light snow and a few flurries a little later on in the morning as we closed in on the noon hour, at least here in downtown. And you see a little bit popping up on the radar there, but there's some also in northwestern Ontario. There's not much to it, though. But yeah, this persistently cool weather pattern will continue for one more day, and then there's a nice welcomed change, conveniently timed just before the weekend rolls around. I can't wait to show you that. Let's take a look right now, though, first through the Bathfitter Live Eye, the CTV Live Eye. It's brought to you by Bathfitter, exclusive home of the Permafit solution. Look at those clouds. It is 4 degrees in Winnipeg. Winds coming out of the north-northwest at 16 kilometers an hour. The pressure's dropping and the humidity is 52%. Out in traffic, a live look at Osborne Street in Osborne Village, of course. Traffic busy there, just stopped at the light. Otherwise, everywhere appears to be moving well. No stalls or crashes to relay to you right now.
Crash statistics. New information from Manitoba Public Insurance reveals where collisions are taking place across the city and how the public can access that data. Stay with us. Taking a look at the markets today, crude oil topped $100 a barrel as talks to end the war stalled. The loonie slipped to 73.09 cents U.S. Gold futures lost nearly $47. The TSX fell 265 points. The Dow Jones was down 280 points, while the Nasdaq posted a small gain. Well, you can now get a detailed look at vehicle collision data reported to Manitoba Public Insurance. The public insurer unveiled its online collision dashboard today. It's updated monthly and breaks down crash data by demographics, location, time, contributing factors, and more. For example, the data shows most collisions last year happened late on Friday afternoons, and most injuries involved people between the ages of 25 and 34. You can see for yourself by visiting mpi.mb.ca. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers are expecting strong competition at training camp this year after selecting 9 players in the CFL draft yesterday.
Feeling good, added some talent, a little bit of everything.
The Bombers selected defensive Noor Gatkuth in the first round. The 4th overall pick was named a finalist for the top Canadian player in the NCAA and recently accepted a rookie mini-camp invitation from the Denver Broncos. The team earned a 2nd pick in the 2nd round for being one of 2 teams with the highest total of snaps for Canadian players. Along with Gatkuth, the Bombers picked up a tight end, a pair of linebackers and receivers, an offensive lineman, defensive back, and a kicker. Rookie camp opens May 6th. Training camp starts May 10th. The government is once again looking to make it illegal make it legal to search and seize small pieces of mail. The proposed legislative change was included in the spring economic update. The Liberals are looking to amend the Canada Post Corporation Act to allow law enforcement to lawfully search and seize mail if authorized. Under an act of Parliament, it won't allow for warrantless searches, but will make it possible for law enforcement to get warrants for all forms of mail. Currently, officers are only allowed warrants for packages and for mail weighing more than 500 grams. It's a move the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police has called for in the past. Health Canada has approved the first generic version of brand name Ozempic, making it the first G7 country to do so. The injectable medication is manufactured in India and has been approved for the weekly treatment of type 2 diabetes in adults. The drug is often prescribed off-label to help with weight loss. The generic version is expected to be cheaper than Ozempic, which can cost hundreds of dollars a month. Well, these dogs you're about to meet are total ballers. Adidas has launched a new collection of pet shirts ahead of the FIFA World Cup. The lineup includes home shirts for Mexico, Colombia, Japan, and Argentina. The pet-sized shirts match what the national teams will wear on the field, so they can also bark on their countries this summer. The collection will be available starting Friday.
The last few winters have been hard on us all, and the Métis folk are looking too thin.
A feast for the senses. Find out more about the latest production at Royal MTC when we return. Brady is back now for Spotlight, and this is no joke. A Scottish comedian is bringing his new show to Winnipeg this fall.
That's right. Danny Boy will be performing Dear World at the Burt.
There's not many Scottish Indian guys in Texas, I can assure you. I tell you what, that is 2 very separate characters on The Simpsons to them, right? That is, they don't,
Now, the show promises heartfelt and laugh-out-loud reflections from the comedian, who has made notable appearances at the Just for Laughs Festival and live at the Apollo. The show kicks off October 17th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10 a.m.
All right, Brandonites, now is your chance to put your artistic talents on display for the whole city to see.
The city, along with the Brandon Downtown Biz, is ready to receive applications for the 2026 Downtown Outdoor Art Grant. Let your imagination run wild. Eligible projects run the gamut, from murals and sculptures to digital displays or even sound-based installations. They could be permanent, temporary, or even seasonal. However, it should foster a sense of unity, and collaboration is strongly encouraged. The current round of applications are being accepted until May 31st. You can find all the details by visiting brandondowntown.biz.
Royal MTC's latest production is a feast for the senses.
Rubaboo is derived from the Michif word for leftover stew.
The last few winters have been hard on us all, and the Métis folk are looking too thin. Although Mama Mare's the
Rubaboo, a Métis cabaret, is a blend of music, dance, art, and storytelling. It was created by Andrea Menard, who you may recognize from CTV drama Sullivan's Crossing. Menard says the show includes a lot of flavors, a little history, some fun, and the sacred elements, and is neither a traditional concert or theater show.
Sometimes we're just a band on stage, sometimes we're making a ceremonial, metaphorical Rubaboo, and sometimes we're in the spirit world, so never know where you're going to go.
Rubaboo opens tonight and runs through May 23rd on the John Hirsch main stage. Tickets are available through the Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre box office.
Ariana Grande is saying thank you next to Wicked and entering a new era.
We got it all in one there. She just unveiled her 8th studio album titled Pedal. Grande says the title represents growth, describing it as something full of life, pushing through challenges. The new project follows her 2024 album Eternal Sunshine and comes as she prepares to hit the road this summer. Grande's tour kicks off in June, marking her first major tour in several years. The new album drops July 31st.
Caitlin Clark is about to publish a children's book.
That's right. The WNBA star says the book will be about her life with a message about the importance of effort and support. Random House Books for Young Readers confirms it will be published November 3rd. The book is called Extraordinary, a little extra to reach big dreams. Clark says the book was inspired by an inscription above the mirror that hung in her childhood bedroom. It read, "The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is the little extra."
Oprah has signed a new deal with Amazon.
She sure has. The multi-year licensing agreement includes specials that will focus on her favorite things, as well as book club video podcasts. It will also include the 25-season library of The Oprah Winfrey Show. Her shows will still be available on YouTube along with her new content.
All right. Lots of Oprah.
That's right.
Thanks, Colleen.
You're welcome. Your Wednesday primetime lineup starts with day 3 auditions on MasterChef at 7. The Floor comes next at 8, and Shark Tank is on at 9. It's all right here tonight on CTV.
CTV Primetime Lineup, brought to you by the Parkway Retirement Community. Welcome home.
A live look at Notre Dame, busy both directions, not too far from that shot at Sherbourne, Notre Dame at Sherbourne. There is a collision blocking the westbound median lane. Stick to your right to pass. Right now in Winnipeg, it's cool, it's cloudy, it's just 4 degrees, but it's warming up soon. I'll show you when coming up.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&T Spa Salon.
Here's a wild scene. Strong winds sent a hot air balloon slamming into the side of a casino in California earlier this week. No one was hurt. The casino was actually marking the groundbreaking of a new hotel. But as you can see, celebrations didn't go totally to plan. The pilot managed to get control of things. Mostly. They had to ditch their first attempt to land, went back up into the sky before safely landing in this field. The FAA and NTSB have been notified about the incident.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
One would think the pilot would have checked on the atmospheric conditions or the wind speeds at the time, but anyway, glad no one was hurt. Back here in Manitoba, it has been stubbornly cool for much of the week, and get ready, we'll slip below freezing tonight here in the south. That shouldn't be happening this late in the year, but that's the expectation tonight. One more cool day tomorrow, and then a nice big warm up on tap by Friday, just in time for the last day of the month. Then we flip the calendar page to May on Saturday. As for the night ahead, you can see once again we've got those winds coming down out of the northwest. We've been seeing this pretty much all week long thus far. Cloudy for the most part, but you see there's that nice corridor of clearer skies from Portage la Prairie down into the Winkler area, but cloudy certainly over Winnipeg. A little bit of scattered snow over parts of northwestern Ontario, maybe a little bit of rain showers moving in there as well. Right around Dryden, maybe where the elevation is a little higher or the air a little cooler, we're seeing that flip over to light flurries or light snow. Speaking of northwestern Ontario and Kenora, it is 2 degrees here in Winnipeg. It is 4. The normal high for this time of year in the city is closer to 15 for perspective, but we will get a lot closer to that on Friday. Brandon right now 8 degrees. Ditto for Melita, Dauphin, Roblin, all sitting at 8 this hour. In the northern half of the province, not too far behind for most areas. All of the north was expected to at least reach freezing, if not surpass it by a few degrees. It looks like that is what happened now that we are at the warmest part of the day. The one exception was Churchill, and sure enough, it is -6 there in Thompson. It is 1 degree. Pretty inactive weather in terms of any sky conditions. Not much happening. We've got the little bit of a flurry or light snowfall falling right now over northwestern Ontario, or parts of it, specifically closer to Dryden, but that moves off overnight. But back in the southwest corner, this is popping up on the Futurecast. Just something to be aware of. Maybe a little bit of freezing rain or showers, but pretty much fairly clear or partly cloudy skies really at most for much of the rest of the province. Into Thursday morning we go. Brighter in many areas, but still it'll be another stubbornly cool day. That cool weather pattern will continue until a nice big shift starts as we get into late Thursday night and into Friday. And we'll see some sunshine too going along with it. So we get both. So that'll be nice. By the time we get to Friday afternoon, it will feel so much warmer, and it'll be not much, I can't even speak, I'm just so excited. It'll be much brighter. That's what I'm trying to say all at the same time. -2 degrees is our forecast low tonight, mostly cloudy. Until about mid-evening or so, we'll have these north winds really coming out of the northwest, maybe gusting at times a little bit, but then they ease up. They'll come more straight from the north, but still just 10 kilometers an hour. And then tomorrow up to 7 degrees. Did I mention we should be hitting 15? Mix of sun and cloud, winds out of the north at 20 kilometers an hour, so they strengthen a bit. Then we get to the long range and the start of warmer days. How does 14 in the sun sound on Friday? Sounds pretty good to me. If you like that, you'll like Saturday. 17 under a mix of sun and cloud to welcome the month of May. 15 on Sunday, again under a mix of sun and cloud. We'll take it. Even 10 on Monday with increasing clouds in the afternoon. Tuesday, well, a little cool again. 6 degrees with increasing clouds again as we get into the afternoon. Our first weather photo is, well, if you look really closely, look at the clouds. There's snow coming out of it. That was from Yvette's perspective this morning from her balcony on Henderson Highway. Yeah, it snowed a little this morning. Now, this photo was from Lil. She was visiting family in Winkler. She was on the way back to Winnipeg along Highway 75 when she spotted the sun setting against that beautiful church just south of St. Agath. Send us your weather photos to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca.
Thanks, Colleen. Well, here's a moment of unity. Buffalo Sabres fans stepped in after a microphone malfunction during O Canada before last night's playoff game.
Oh, Canada, our home and native.
Well done. Those fans did not miss a beat once they realized what was happening, despite the fact the game was between Buffalo and Boston. Get this, Colleen. The Sabres always have O Canada played before home games because of the number of Canadian Sabres fans. Buffalo is just 8 kilometers from the Canadian border. So thank you to all of our Canadian Sabres fans.
That's right.
Great singers, too.
Absolutely.
We're back
Good
at
job.
6.